I head through that graveyard, and it's something I had done probably 100 times. I had a strange feeling. I can remember feeling watched. And I never felt that before in the graveyard. Never got, I had never had that hair-raising tingle, you know, and I felt it. I had that tingle. There, I see my brother. I was right. There he is, and he's standing on the building, and he's looking into the graveyard, and he's like, "Sis, did you come through that graveyard?" And I was like, "Yeah." Off that building. He's like, "No, I seen something in that graveyard." He goes, "I seen something." He says, "It's huge." His buddy Mike, which was the new kid in town, he's standing there, and he's like, "Yeah, we both seen it, man. We both seen it." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, whatever." And I turned and I started to walk off. I was going to take the same truck home. And my brother says, "Shel, don't go through there, across the field that way." He says, "Stay in the light." He says, don't go through that graveyard." I was like, "Screw you. I'm going home the quickest way, and that's through the graveyard." And he's like, "Well, at least stay out on the main road where light shines on you so I can see you the whole time." And that made me stop and turn around and look at him. And I was like, "Really?" I used to babysit for the local cop, and she told me that they had vandalism in the graveyard. And I see this dark Suburban coming, and it's turning into the graveyard entrance. Now, this thing was all blacked out, and this is 1987. And huddled up next to the tombstone and just hid in that shadow, this vehicle stops like right there, and it's just sitting there running. And I'm like, did they see me? Oh my God, what is it? What if this is the cops, you know? What if this is what if the local cop has gone to bigger cops, you know? Looking at that vehicle, it's kind of ominous. And so I'm hiding, and it goes ahead and gasses and starts taking off slowly. When it did that, I thought, this is my chance to run. Now I'm on the back side of the tombstone, and I take off to run, and my feet get tangled up in somebody else's feet and legs, and I crash to the ground right underneath the other evergreen tree. And when that happens, I'm like kicking my feet, trying to get away from it. And I feel like a little tiny kid. These legs are giant. The feet are giant, and I can't see. It's dark. Get away. And so I just start running towards the school. And I hear this thing running behind me, and it's like thud, thud, thud. And so I duck in one of these cubby holes, and I could see breath that was way over my head on the pillar, the same pillar I'm in, only it's behind me. And I'm like, oh my God, this thing is just 2 bricks wide. That's how close I am to something or someone that is a giant. And all of a sudden that breathing is right above my head again. And I'm 5'9". I mean, I'm not tiny. I mean, that breathing way up above my head, it had to be 7.5, 8 foot high. Okay, I didn't hear it move. I didn't hear it sneak up behind me. I thought, if I start screaming, maybe somebody's out, maybe somebody hear me. Left, start running in front of the school, and I'm screaming help at the top of my lungs. And I'm hearing it behind me. His feet are slapping the concrete. I can hear the slapping noise, just digging, sprinting for everything I'm worth, because he was too close to me. I could feel it, and lost both my shoes. And so now I'm barefoot, and I'm running for everything I'm worth. And just as I get past the school, and there's this wide open soccer field, they've actually put 4 soccer fields on that field. That's how big it is. And so I'm digging, running towards home, screaming my head off. My brother is coming diagonal. He has seen the whole event, and he's coming diagonal, running sideways towards me, so we would intersect like a T. And he is screaming, "Don't stop, keep going." He's encouraging me, "Dig, sis, dig, go." And so I'm running for everything I'm worth. My mom hears all this commotion because she had stepped out on the porch knowing that she's looking for her kids and they're out beyond dark. It was a major thing at our house not to be out beyond dark because we had had so much terrorizing at our house, and we didn't know what or why. And so my mom is out there, and now she's crossed the lot, and she's standing in at the end of that field, and she's seeing it all in play. And just as this, there's a baseball back thing there, like the backdrop where you bat, the batting cage there. It was right there, and my mom was right there, and my brother's headed right there, and I'm just driving with everything I got to get there. And I guess he decided, I'm not going to take on all these people, and he just took a right and went into a subdivision of houses where they had all kinds of grown adult trees and evergreens and plenty of cover. And my brother didn't even stop to see how I was. He made a beeline chasing after it. And I literally dropped on my knees in front of my mom and just had my mom around her waist. I was just terrified. I had felt his fingers touch my back many times trying to grab me.